Good morning. Well, actually just turned afternoon. One of the things I wanted to do was find out a little bit more about Ty Proctor and Kyle Bickley. Obviously, we don't know much about Kyle because he's only been on the Speedway scene for a few seasons. Ty's been around a bit longer. But I wanted to obviously pay tribute to their efforts to the Bandits this season. Obviously, Ty got injured, but he's had a long-term injury, which we will have a look at. Of course, Kyle, by his own admission, was struggling mechanically, and the management have spoken to him and said, "Look, we think you're, just lacking a bit of confidence." Which, when you see him passing Craig Cook, and he's got his confidence and his machinery all working fine, he looks pretty fast. But anyway, hopefully we'll have a chat with him this evening, along with the usual crew from the live Speedway chat channel, and of course a bandit from a few years back, Dean Felton, Dean Felton, get it right. He goes under the name of Dino Machino, so it's I'm getting confused. Sorry, Dean. I'll get it right on the night. But I wanted to share with you some things that I've come across. Starting off with, let me just get this sorted out. You know what I'm like at the start. Don't need that. I need to go here. Sorry about this. I want to start off with a look at Ty Proctor. So here we go. And let's share that for you. There we go. Tyrone Brian Proctor, born 27th of February 1987 in Longrory, Victoria, which is just about 50 miles from Melbourne, just to the sort of southeast of Melbourne. Ty attended the Longrory Primary School and June Secondary College. Ty's brother Toby was also a Speedway rider, and Ty started riding motorbikes after being left one by a relative who had passed away of leukemia. Now, after finishing fourth in the Western Australia Solo Championship, Ty began his British Speedway career in 2008 with the Red Car Bears in the Premier League. No wonder he was really quite useful when Berwick went there in the Knockout Cup, although ultimately going down by 12 points, we were holding them very close for quite a long time. It really kind of ran out of steam in the sort of middle three heats. I think they won it something like 13-5 or something like that. Anyway, and also riding in the Elite League for Peterborough Panthers. He stayed with the Bears in 2009, but in the Elite League switched to Wolverhampton, with whom he won the Elite League and the Elite Shield, and stayed with the team through to the end of the 2014 season, winning the Elite Shield again in 2011. In 2010, he won the Victoria Solo Championship. He also rode in the Premier League for Plymouth Devils, Sheffield Tigers, and Workington Comets. His career interrupted by visa issues in 2015 and 2016. So that's a Berwick Bandit stroke, that is. His 2013 season finished early after a sustained fractured vertebrae in a crash at Edinburgh. In 2018, he moved from Wolves to Kings Lynn in the newly formed SGB Premiership, staying with the Comets in the new Championship, winning the Championship and the Championship Shield that year. He started the 29th season with the Stars and Sheffield Tigers, but after losing both places, was signed by Peterborough Panthers and Leicester Lions. As of 2021, he rides for the Kings Lynn Stars in the Premiership and the Leicester Lions in the Championship. But of course, we know that at the start of this season, Berwick snapped him up and were highly delighted to take him. Although it would be fair that one or two people had, were sort of questioning somebody that appeared to be not at his best. And, I don't know if we've seen the best of him at Berwick, or maybe he can regain strength and fitness and come back next year. He's certainly a very, as most people say, very, very stylish rider, and very good to watch when he's out in front. Anyway, what I wanted to show you was next article. Yeah, there we go. Now, of course, they don't call themselves Plymouth Devils anymore, but back in 2013, Plymouth were known as the Devils. Plymouth Devils #1 Ty Proctor out for the rest of the season. This is in July, so mid-season. Plymouth Devils Australian star Ty Proctor will miss the rest of the season with a persistent neck injury. The 26-year-old, back then, of course, #1, suffered the injury in Edinburgh in May and has not been able to compete in the team's Speedway season since. So it's since May that he's been out. Oh dear, I think Plymouth do seem to suffer a bit with #1s being out for a while. Team manager Lee Trigger, there's a Ben Trigger, isn't there, that rides for Plymouth as well, thanked the injured rider and told the Devils website, "Ty has informed me today after getting news from his specialist that he is now going to be sidelined for the rest of the season due to his ongoing neck injury. Ty is booked in for an operation at the end of this month, where the plan will be to remove the disc in his neck and fuse the bones together." This is very sad news for Ty and Plymouth alike, as he had settled in very nicely as our #1. And Mr. Trigger carried on. "I would like to wish Ty all the best with his operation and a very speedy recovery back to full fitness, where I hope he will continue in the same vein of form where he left off before this season. I'd like to personally thank Ty for his very professional approach and dealings with myself, both pre-season and also after the season got underway. He has been a pleasure to deal with both on and off track. I would also like to thank for his contribution to the Devils this season, where he stepped into very big boots left behind from the previous season. Ty grew into a very commanding #1 for the Devils, both home and away, where I could rely on him to return a very high points tally for the team. Thank you, Ty, and best wishes." But interestingly here, Plymouth had brought in, have brought in Elite League rider Sebastian Alban as replacement. Alban, a 28-year-old Swede, was signed as an interim measure on a 28-day agreement, doubling up with his Kings Lynn elite contract. Sebastian Alban, a Berwick Hall of Famer, if ever there was one. Let's stop that one. Let's have a look at another one. So I was doing my homework last night, having a look at a few things. There we go. Right, where are we? Let's come down here and let's share screen. And there we go. A few years later now, where are we? This is August, 1st of August 2019. Axed Sheffield star Ty Proctor reckons some fans have got their wish after he was let go by the club. There's Ty Proctor leads Todd Kurtz and Jonas Jeppesen, Heat 1. Tigers made a double change earlier this week, with Ireton favourite Todd Kurtz returning after, along with fellow Aussie Justin Sedgman. Injured American Brock Nickel was the other rider to lose his team place alongside Proctor. But there's been an added twist for the 32-year-old after he was quickly snapped up by championship rivals Leicester, and he'll make his debut against Tigers in the East Midlands on Sunday at 4 o'clock. Proctor feels his face didn't quite fit in the Steel City this time round, but doesn't think that played a part in his release. Unfortunately, we lost Brock just as he was hitting form, and the team have only been able to cover him with rider replacement, Ty explained. Sheffield are hitting the road a lot over the final few weeks, and for the likes of Zane Kennedy and Josh McDonald and Drew Kemp, they haven't got a lot of experience at these away tracks. Sheffield are still in a strong position to make those playoffs, and even though it was disappointing that it was at My Express, I think they will be stronger for using Todd and Sedgy than myself and rider replacement. Todd is a very, very good rider at Sheffield, and Sedgy has also got a lot of experience at these away tracks, and that knowledge and understanding could help everyone else in the team at a key part of the season. I wouldn't say I feel hard done by. We all know Speedway is a numbers game by now, and this is how it works. Numbers in Speedway work in strange ways, and for clubs to go in a certain direction, they have to move things around a bit elsewhere. When Todd became available after being let go by Somerset, you can understand why Sheffield wanted to get him back, because he's a fan's favourite there. Let's be honest, that's something I haven't been, and a select few have really been quite vocal that they haven't been impressed with me. So those people kind of got their wish in the end, and that's fine by me, as I've quickly moved on to pastures new. So somewhat philosophical. Listen to David Seaman. Not that I've got any problem with Dave Seaman, but we're Speedway orientated. Next. And they all say that, you know, if we didn't have coincidences, that itself would be a strange thing, wouldn't it? Kyle Bickley, born 27th of February 2002, is a Speedway rider from England. 27th of February 2002. Ty Proctor is 27th of February as well, but obviously 1987, so 15 years older than Kyle. Isn't that strange? They both have the same birthday. Well, I suppose there's only 365 days in a year, so you do inevitably end up knowing people that have the same birthday as you. And I think I'm right in saying that there's quite a strong friendship between Kyle and Ty, for the obvious reason that they both rode for Workington. Let's have a look at Kyle's career. This is quite interesting. Kyle has ridden in the top two tiers of British Speedway. During his debut season, he rode for Workington Comets, where he won the League and Cup double, and also appeared in the highest division with Bellevue Aces. And in 2021, he signed for the Berwick Bandits in the championship. And I remember last year, he definitely did. He rode for the Bullets, he rode for the Bandits, and he had a few guest bookings. I remember seeing him at Bellevue, on the telly that was. But which Kyle Bickley are we on about? Look at this, Kyle Bickley, born 27th of February 2002, correct, 20-year-old from Whitehaven, which is just, I think, two or 3 miles down the road from Workington. But get this, career history. In 2018, he rode for the Workington Comets. 2018 to 2019, he rode for the Bellevue Aces. But he went back in time and rode for 5 years for the Glasgow Tigers between 1963 and 1968. That's bizarre, isn't it? Eh? Obviously, 2021 to 22, the Berwick Bandits. It says here that in 2021, he also rode for Sheffield Tigers. Anyway, I think was that who he guested for? I think that could be what that is. Team honours, 2018 League Knockout Cup, and then Workington did a whole. They won everything one year and then folded the next. Anyway. One more. I want to do cover a little bit more about our new Danish rider, Jonas Knudsen, because there's some quite interesting stuff about him and his, particularly the SGP2 series, and there's also a video footage of him. So I don't think he starts for Bandits until the 25th of this month at home to Scunthorpe. But unfortunately, I'll not be there because I've got other things to do, things to go to, things to play at, and stuff like that. And sometimes these things are even more important than Speedway. Not often, but occasionally. But I did want to share this with you because this was quite bizarre. So this is on the, obviously, the British Speedway Network. And it's a preview of Plymouth versus Oxford in the National League. And obviously, you've probably all read that first bit. This is a bit I found interesting. The Centurions track Alfie Botel as a guest for Dan Jokes, with Ben Phillips and Rhys Naylor included in their top 5, whilst Nathan Stoneman, who's just been signed up by Berwick, is ruled out injured for the Chargers, who bring in Nathan Ablett to guest. Okay. Well, Nathan, I hope that you soon recover in time for the 25th of June. I don't know, maybe he's got this injury as a way of protecting himself from, making sure that he is able to do his debut on the 25th against Scunthorpe. Anyway, I just found that a bit strange that that somebody that's out at the moment injured should be signed. But I would never ever question the Berwick management, who I feel that, again, having a chat with various people who were, pointing out that there were some people that were being critical in support of Berwick and supportive of Kyle, and yet they were the same ones that a few weeks earlier were complaining about the fact that, it's not nice having to use rider replacement. I don't think there's been any meeting that we've had this year where rider replacement has got anywhere near the number of points that we should have got. I know at Newcastle, rider replacement, I think, managed 4 points for Leon, and we need more than that. Anyway, so I'll say hopefully we'll have a wee chat with Kyle Bickley, and as I say, I fully support what the club are trying to do in trying to get the make sure that the season is as good as it possibly can do. And you cannot question, I don't think, the business acumen of certainly Mark's 2 young lads. I remember when one of them was just a baby, and what they've done with resurrecting Oxford from the ashes is been pretty spectacular. And I can't help thinking that their aim would be to do the same at Berwick. And imagine what it would be like at Berwick with 2,000 fans in every week. That would be absolutely phenomenal. Sadly, you have to have a winning team, and clearly there were issues with way the results were going. I suppose, you know, it's a question of patience. How long are you prepared to wait? Clearly, there was a limit to how long they were going to, you know, wait and see if things got better. Although, as I say, I think most of the fans are, you know, I think most of the fans are pretty patient. But you know, it is nice when you get a new rider and the chance of a new start. But for all of those fans that you know are, you know, being supportive of Kyle, suggestion: make him feel good. Go and get some of his merchandise. Not sure where to go? Allow me. Aha, found it. Pop this up. I must admit, I myself found it difficult at times to find the actual Kyle Bickley Racing merchandise store, but here it is. It's the Kyle Bickley Racing.bigcartel.com. Once again, I will put the link in the description below. I did yesterday as well, but I'll put it in the link in the description below, and you could order up a Kyle Bickley hat. And I'm sure that would really help him out. As he said, he's in that Facebook post, you know, he's managed to get his engine sorted, although they all seemed going pretty well when he was riding for the Bullets, you know. He started off at Armadale from 15 meters and just went all the way through the field. You thought, wow. And then, you know, already this season, he's done the fastest National League time of 66.5. I say there were years when seasons gone past when nobody got anywhere near 66.5. It was all in the 67s and 68s. So I'm sure that Kyle wouldn't mind me giving his merchandise page a mention. Padded jackets there, they look very warm. I'm designed to keep warm, but certainly the hoodies there, they also look pretty good, don't they? Like the design on the back. Oh, and there's the pit shirts, and they look pretty cool as well with all the sponsors there. Anyway, hopefully we'll catch you all this evening, and as I do intend to have a look at the new riders in a bit more detail, Jonas and Nathan. We'll see you all on Saturday, if not before. If we don't see you for the live chat, we'll see you on Saturday. I am planning on wearing my #1 shirt, so you'll have no trouble spotting me. So you know, do come across and give me a load of abuse. And if I'm not on the third bend, you know that I'll be at the bar, and it's brilliant at the bar on the back straight at Berwick, because as I go from near the third bend, I go past the hatch and join the queue. And by the time I've got to the hatch, the bloke has seen me walk past, and he's already there ready with my pint of Stella. It's brilliant service, honestly, at that back straight bar. To the husband and wife that run the bar there, you're top notch. You see me coming. By the time I get there, the pint of lager is ready. So that's brilliant. Thank you very much. Okay, catch you all soon. Bye for now.